And welcome to another episode of Experts Speak. I'm Michael DeLon, and today I am talking with Lindy Nowak. And with Lindy, thank you for spending some time with me today.
You're so welcome. I'm so excited to be here.
Well, it is going to be such a fun conversation because Lindy leads a team. They've got a company called Up in a Day Websites. And as soon as I saw that, I went, whoa, we got to talk. Websites are just the bane of our existence sometimes. And most websites, Lindy, as you know, most business owners are running on websites that were built in the 1800s. And so I can't wait to talk with you about how do you actually get something up in a day that actually helps business owners convert and have something that they can be proud to put their name on. As we get into that, tell me, how in the world did you get to doing this?
Well, I started my career in New York City. So I was the corporate creative director for many, many years, over 10 years. I'm not going to age myself.
There you go.
And
You started young.
I started young. And, I had had enough. And I come from a family of entrepreneurs, and I moved to Miami about 5 years ago. And when I moved here, I said, it's time. So I started a little kind of digital marketing agency. We were doing really well. And we had some small clients, local clients, large clients. And what was happening is we started getting all of these small business referrals or even solopreneurs. And they were coming to us and they were desperate for help on their website, like literally had gotten burned in whatever way, spent $20,000 on a website that's not found on Google. Their cousin designed their website, whatever it was. They didn't even have a website. They didn't know where to go. And they were referred to us. And at that time, although we were building websites, our websites were complex. Yeah. And I kept saying to myself, oh my gosh, there has got to be a way to help these small business owners. I cannot believe how dire of a need like they have. And what I started doing some research, and what I realized is there is a huge gap in the market for agencies to truly help these small business owners get websites their businesses deserved. Yes. And so lo and behold, I was literally watching a webinar one day. I had always dreamt of creating a productized service. Mm-hmm. We love building websites. I love messaging. I love marketing. I love helping people. And it literally clicked. And in 5 minutes, I was like, oh my gosh, we're really good at websites and we're really fast. We can do this in a day. Oh my goodness, up in a day. And that's how it all happened. So, and it just continued to evolve and roll into this amazing company that truly makes people, like you said, proud of their websites, but gain the confidence to go out there and grow their business with something that is tangible, a website that is built for conversions, built for their marketing and sales purposes. Yes, they're beautiful, but let's really talk about why we have websites, especially during / post-COVID. Everybody's online, everyone's shopping, they're comparison shopping through websites. It is crucial as a small business owner, solopreneur, that your website really speaks to who you are, what you do, and really who you provide it for.
Absolutely. So much we could talk about there, because business owners, I don't know why they forget. They don't think, we are an online world. And people hit your website and they are researching. They're looking for information, and too many websites they're just blah. And I love yours because when I went to yours, Up in the Day's up there in the corner, so I know I'm in the right spot. But it's get in front of your audience with the website your business deserves. High impact websites built in a day. That right there, within like 6 seconds, tells me exactly why I should be here and interested in who you are. And then I've got all kinds of ways to dive in deeper. And note, people, as you go to her website, upinaday.co, right? Explainer videos and information and different ways to opt in. And it's fun. It's beautiful. It's enticing. We forget that people are searching online. You've got to have a good website presence, but it shouldn't cost you $50,000. Talk to that, Lindy.
Right. I completely agree. And when I started up in a day, it was all about cost savings for the small business owner, especially knowing how many were already coming to us, having already spent $20,000. And the
Yes.
website was built in like it looks like
Ugh.
it was built in 1995.
Yes.
So, it's really like the speed at which we build these sites, but also, it doesn't, websites do not have to cost $20,000. As a small business owner, if your website is really, let's say it's e-commerce, or it's really like, some type of like publishing site, and there's like this extensive, crazy blog, and there's constant maintenance, and there's like all of these intricate plugins that your business actually needs to thrive through its website. Like your business depends on its website to bring in the revenue.
Absolutely.
That's a different story. What Michael, you and I are talking about is websites as confirmation. Sure, e-commerce as well. Sure,
Yes.
plug in. And, you shouldn't have to spend all of that money to get something your business just really needs. And that's what I really strive to provide and educate small business owners on, that in a day of SaaS products and being able to get something and get it quick and get it now anywhere we want.
Yeah.
You can't, it's really difficult to be charging $20,000 when somebody can go, well, I can just, go here or go there. So what we did is we took the value which we provide, and we, in margins, of course, and kept our costs as low as possible in order to be able to serve as many people as possible.
Yeah. And that's awesome, because you have to look at your website as an extension of your marketing. It is an investment, because it is, so many people, Lindy, they're out on LinkedIn, they're out everywhere. And here's my question to you. All right, Lindy, what are you trying to do in all your outreach? Really, what are you trying to make happen? Well, I'm trying to have a conversation. I'm trying to get a call. Great. Have you looked at your website lately? Because it's repulsive. And I'm not going to spend money with an attorney or financial advisor that looks like that. Or, God forbid, and I talked with him last week, the financial advisor who uses an AOL email. No! If your website doesn't convey credibility and cause me to lean in and give me information to get me winning my heart, making me feel better about you than all your competitors, then you're losing the battle. And I know, Lindy, I've seen some of the websites y'all put together. They're really good. They're stunning, but they're not so over the top. What's the purpose of your website, business owner? What are you trying to make happen? Lindy can help you do that with search engine optimization and all this other stuff that's really secondary. It's important, but am I on the right track here?
You're on the primary track. Exactly. And just to follow up with that, there are a couple things that I always say to our clients when they come to us for the first time. And the first thing is, in the age of TikTok and LinkedIn, and everyone's on mobile and they're scrolling really fast through Facebook and Instagram, when do they stop? Why do they stop? They're looking for those keywords, those key images that they relate to, that kind of, if you will, they're interested in or solve their problems. Well, guess what? If they see you on social and they stop, they're going to look for your website. So that needs to be part of the website, is where they're going to go next. If you are using social as your marketing channel, as one of them, or primary, and then they're going to get to your website. And guess what? They're going to do the same thing. They're already in the mindset of going quick. So what you need is, as soon as they get to your website, on the homepage, a very strong header, an image that is beautiful, relates to them, and really answering the problem of why they are coming to your website. If you know your target audience, you've been in business, maybe you're seasoned, so you know exactly who you work with, who you want to work with, who you're looking to work with. Your language and the messaging on your website needs to reflect that exactly. Because yes, it's about you, but it's really about them, because they're going to your website to see if they can trust you, to see if they can relate to you, to see if this is a good person to work with. And also, if you're local, if you're national, like that's really big too, to make sure, like when someone's going to your website, that if they need a local business, that you are very specific about that. And then just funneling them down the page. But typically people, unless they have the time, they're not going to pass mid-page. They're already making a decision. So you really want to spark their curiosity to get them to book a call. And the other thing that is really important to do is be very, it's almost like you have to design your website for kindergartners. I know it sounds a little
Absolutely.
silly, but it needs to be super simple and very clear. And the messaging needs to be strong. And of course, the supporting graphics and the design after that, and the user experience, and it needs to be fast. But you have to have a really clear call to action that is the same up and down every page. So what I mean by that is if it's book a discovery call, for example, I would suggest it's not book a discovery call here or contact us or call us now. Choose one and go for it.
Amen. Amen. So, yeah, you don't know me well enough yet, but the 3 words I live by: clarify, simplify, multiply, in that order. Clarify your message, what you want them to do, what you're trying to put before the public, who you're after. I love websites that disqualify me right up front. I don't want to deal with you. If you're not my client, go away. I love you, but go away. Simplify, right? Clarify, simplify, make it easy for people who are your target audience to know where to go. And then you do that, your results multiply, your number of booked appointments start multiplying because you're vetting them. They're getting what they're looking for. Put yourself in their shoes. And that's the beauty of somebody like Lindy and her team, is they're outside of your business. I tell people this all the time, Lindy. All right, so I'm a marketing guru. This is what I do, right? I've got 3 marketing coaches that look in my business from the outside because I am too close to my business, Lindy, to really make good decisions. That's why business owners need to reach out and talk to you to go, okay, here's what I'm trying to make happen, but I can't figure out heads or tails, right?
That's right. Your website is not the place to cut corners. And typically that's the last on the to-do list because you're procrastinating, because maybe you believe it costs too much. You don't know where to go. You have cold feet. You don't know who to trust. And then either a cousin designs it or, you just end up paying too much because you run out of time. And that's really what Up in a Day is here for, so that we can relieve the stress and the headache of getting your website up, knowing with our clients, knowing that they're going to get something that they can just run with. And the whole point of Up in a Day is that we created a process that makes it really easy for our clients so that they don't have to nitpick at the site. They don't have to be a part of it. We ask for a couple things. They sit back, they go back to their business, whether they're working on, in, whatever it is, and leave the website to us. And that's the other solution that we provide, is that our clients don't have to stress about the build out. And that's part of the speed at which we build it as well.
Yeah. Well, and that's huge. I was going to ask you a little bit Up in a Day. We've got as our company we have a very strong, compelling message, right? Create your book without writing a word. And everybody's like, how do you do that? How do you get a website up in a day? And you talked about it because you have a process. Highlight, what is the process? Somebody comes to you and like, tell me what? So, because that says to me, oh, this is a junk website that you're just doing your back. No. Talk just a highlight of your process and the time investment of a client, because websites and
Right. Well, obviously we have our internal processes, and my entire team is ready, set to go. We're big on automation here, and all of our websites are custom. In order to create a custom website, you need a marketing framework in order to do so for certain verticals, right? So we have that in place. We also have our team ready to go. And when it comes to our clients, what we ask of them is obviously the kickoff call to get to know you. Is this a good fit? If not, we'll send you someplace that is better. If not, let's get going.
That's right.
And then we just go through the quick agreements, and we, this is actually quite cool. Messaging and copy. Oh my gosh, now what do I do? Let's say it's a new business, or let's say it's a business that's seasoned, but their website is just really old and outdated, and their services have evolved and they've changed. So we have this copy doc framework that we send everybody, and it's literally very succinct and easy to digest. And it's like a questionnaire basically, and it maps out your website through questions. And then you plug in your services descriptors, your bio, what are the three benefits of working with you? What are the three things that stand you apart from your competitors? SEO, like everything is in one document, and then the client sends that back to us. Plus we have a portal that's specifically for them, and they can upload all of their assets. And then once that happens, we have a quick kickoff call. Sometimes it doesn't even happen, or sometimes we don't even need a kickoff call. It depends on the client, but we'll have a quick kickoff call. We'll talk about the look and the feel and the design and the layout. We'll talk about the copy. We'll refine it a little bit. And then my team gets to work. The client goes back to doing what they need, and we have a review with them. And then we make any and all edits at that time, and we publish. And it's amazing. It's how surprised. It's almost like the HGTV of websites. I didn't even think it would be, but it is because, we get it. It's like fixer upper. I'm not kidding. So, like the big reveal. Well, that's what happens at Up in a Day. We get on the Zoom with them. I'm sharing the screen. I'm like, are you ready? And they're just like, oh my gosh. And they just like love it. And it's like, that's the most rewarding part about Up in a Day that I never saw coming, is making people so happy. They're like almost in tears because they know at the end of the hour of the review, their website's published. We take down their old site, we publish the new one. And then we have a client hub where they can access whatever they need for tutorials to learn how to update the website on their own, or we have a subscription plan too. So if they like, I'm not touching that website.
That's right. No, and that's good because some of us like to dabble with our websites a little bit. Okay. I like to dabble, but I don't want to do an overhaul. And if something really needs change, I'm like, hands off. I need somebody else to do it. And I think that's what a lot of business owners do, because that's not where I make my money. I make my money talking with prospects, serving my clients and things. I can't be investing my time in a website or in lots of other areas. That's why we talk about systems, building systems, hiring people, and then providing resources to equip that team so that you can grow, whether you're a 2-person team or a 20-person team. That's irrelevant. You still need systems. A website's part of your marketing and sales system. If you're trying to get booked appointments from leads and prospects, there's probably not a better way to do it than to have a great high converting website. And dare I say, if you haven't looked at your website in the last 18 months, you need to reach out to Lindy and see how she can help you get one up in a day. Is that fair?
That is fair. Yes. Thank you. And I also want to know, some people come to us, like we do tech startups sometimes. And they'll come to us and be like, oh my gosh, we're going into our, Series C funding or whatever it is. We need a website like right now. And we'll design a website, sure, like the next day in 3 days. And then other people come to us and they're like, look, I know that I need a great website redesigned, but I'm not ready for 3 weeks, 3 months. And that's fine too. So we're super, super flexible because our clients know that on that date, their website's going to be finished.
Yeah. That's really cool because, oh my God, so many parallels. All right, so after we publish a book, right, we make our clients an Amazon bestselling author, and we do it in a really tight time frame. But there's 100 things that have to go on before that day. Same thing with you.
Yes, but
right. I mean,
yes, and and going back to the systems and processes internally. Woo, yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say they're everywhere. It's just you. Without that, you can't have an Up in a Day company. Without the systems, the processes, the people who are excellent at what they do.
Yes, it's true. The staff has to be as happy as the clients. And so in order to make that happen, if you have a successful system and processes for your clients to make it really easy for them and to keep them coming back.
Yeah.
It needs to be the same for your staff. Your staff needs to be as happy as they are, and you have to make it as easy for them as possible too.
Yeah.
Because you want your staff to stay, and the happier they are, the better work they do.
Well, without question. Yeah. And I read this in a book years ago, and I believe it, and I practice it, and I tell people, you need to treat your staff the same way you want them to treat your customers. Yeah. And so we love our staff, and they love us, and because I want them to take care of my clients, right? For all those reasons. But yeah, when that big reveal comes, it's exciting for you. It's exciting for the client. It's exciting for the team to go, I had a part of that. Look at this. It is so much fun. And when you have that kind of energy, it makes the product so much better. And you can help clients who say, "Well, I just need a redesign." Yeah, I know that, but have you thought about this? Or what about this? And the juices start flowing, and the client has to be excited because they're like, "I'm having it done and I don't have to do anything. I don't have to get into the technology and HTM what? Yeah, no, huh?" So you guide them through that whole process, right?
Exactly. Yeah, we have the whole process for that. And the client doesn't need to know. We build on a platform that's really easy in
Yeah.
terms of updating your website. So it's
Yeah.
for the users. So we're not building like complex,
Yeah.
like back-end systems through WordPress.
Yeah.
Because
Which is
our type of clients don't need that.
which is great, because if you're a client and you hire a marketing person or an admin, they can make a lot of changes to these websites. And so talk about that, because tweaking or adding a landing page or something like that is fairly easy, right?
Yes, it's very easy. I'm so glad you brought that up, because the admins, the assistants, the marketing manager, they can get into the website and make the updates for you, because they'll have access to the tutorials as well. And we also
Right.
have a tech support, so you can always ask us questions, but they're probably younger. And if they're not younger, and they're probably tech savvy if they're working with you, I'm assuming, because they're on the computer all day. And so we make sure that the website's easy to access, easy to update, and it just takes a few minutes and done. And then
That's awesome.
the owners don't have to worry about it at all.
A few minutes and it's done, like less than 24 hours, because she'll get your website up in a day. This is so cool. It takes a little bit longer because they've got to work with you. But if you're looking at your website, if you're laying in bed at night going, right, reach out to Lindy. Upinaday.co is the website. You can find her on LinkedIn as well. But go find out what they do and how she can help you really communicate your message, build greater trust and credibility online, and get more conversions into those appointments that you're so desperate for. Stop losing people at your website. Convert them. Lindy can help you do that. So let me just encourage you, reach out to Lindy. This has been phenomenal. You're the first person I've interviewed, I think, probably, that does anything like this. So I'm really ecstatic, because now I got another resource to point people to go, "You need a website? I know the girl." And it's so much fun, because you do websites kind of like we do books. It's kind of done for you and really fast, and it's awesome. So where do people find more information? What's the best place?
Honestly, you can go right to our website, like Michael was saying. It's upinaday.co. You can message me on LinkedIn under Lindy Nowak. I'm sure you'll find me if you search for me. And we're also on Instagram, but typically LinkedIn, our website, you'll find us immediately. So, and you'll have a conversation with me. I would love to talk to anyone, answer any questions. So we're here.
Yeah, it's great. She makes it so simple and so easy to get a hold of her, just like she makes it so simple and so easy for you to get an updated or brand new website up in a day. Lindy, thank you for being my guest.
Thank you so much for having me, Michael. It was so much fun.